Hey guys, so today's lesson, I want to talk about the backbeat, how to emphasize, how to intentionally play the backbeat in a groove. And there's a particular technique that's coming from the ghost note, the dead note, or the muted note, whatever you want to call it. It comes from that family. And basically, what you do is you play it on the backbeat to give the groove that flair, to give the groove that momentum that it needs. Because sometimes when we play grooves, it's a little bit too shallow. So to give it that more density, you need to add this kind of backbeat, and it's a secret because you don't really hear bass players talk about it too much. Some of them play it. Some of the popular bass players play it without knowing, or maybe they do know. But it's kind of like a second nature thing. After a while, you just kind of develop it by yourself. But no further ado, I'm going to play the groove first without the backbeat. So it's a plain Jane groove. It's something that I just came up with, and I did it intentionally because I didn't want to have too much notes because I want to add the backbeat, and I want you to hear the backbeat and hear how effective this is going to be. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the backbeat on the 2 and the 4. Usually that's where you want to add it, is on the 2 and the 4. And the 2 and the 4 is the weaker beats. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 4 are the weaker beats. So if I count in again like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you play it. So now, as far as the technique goes, from a technical standpoint, what am I doing with the right hand? I am lightly patting or tapping over the pickups. I have my fingers pointing straight down to the ground as I'm patting, and I'm lightly doing it. That's the key. Don't be aggressive or abrasive with it. Just lightly pat, just like that. Now, to get that effect, you might wonder, well, how are you getting it to be muted? It's just like any other muted note. You want to make sure your left hand is placed lightly over the strings where it's not being fretted, where it's not being any harmonics coming out or any open strings. Just lightly over the strings, relaxed. This whole technique is about being relaxed. And then you just, with the right hand, do this. And it just adds more flair to your groove. It adds more pulsation, more momentum. It gives your groove life. Most of the times, grooves are great, but it could have more life. It could have more momentum. And you may ask, well, what do I do in a situation if there's a drummer? If I'm not playing this solo by myself? You could do the same thing. Just make sure you're locked in with the drummer. And when you're locked in with the drummer, with doing this type of backbeat style, you will hear how it thickens the groove. And then when you're locked, there's nothing better than that. It just sounds so saucy. And I'm pretty sure the drummer and the rest of the band will really appreciate you adding that backbeat drop. It's a very simple embellishment, but it's very effective. Very, very effective. And I want you to play it intentionally, right? Because I don't want it to just be a second nature thing, without you knowing what you're doing, without you knowing that you're doing that. I want you to know deliberately that you're doing that and then make it second nature. It's always know it up front and then make it second nature. And the other thing is just be creative with this. In music, for crying out loud, be creative with music. You can copy a lot of things, but be creative. Have fun with it. Like, have fun with it. Move your body. Feel it in your body. You got to feel that pulse sometimes. Sometimes it's not about what's written on a sheet, what's on the recording. Sometimes it's, does it feel right? So have fun with this backbeat type style technique. And before I go and I close off here, I want to say that I do offer lessons one-on-one, and I also am pushing to build community through here on YouTube, also on my Patreon. So the links to my Patreon is definitely in my bio on YouTube here, and you could click that link and you could join and become a member of the community. I just started this Patreon, so I would love for you guys to join and become a member of my Patreon community, because I'll be posting more and more exclusive videos of these tips and tricks that could help your bass playing and accelerate your bass knowledge and playing within no time. Most of the times, you just need this information to be pointed out. So my Patreon, I'll be using it for that. So please subscribe. But also, if you're interested in one-on-one lessons, if you just need extra help, you need to ask questions live in real time, I do offer that, and you can reach me at jcherrymusic@gmail.com, and just put in the subject bass lessons, and I'll send you a form, and you can fill out this form, and I'll know exactly what I need to do to help you get on the right track, and you won't be stumbling on this. So no further ado, please take care, and I'll see you in the next video.